Hasbro Pulse just released the long-awaited backer update on the Ghostbusters Plasma Series 2 in the Box HasLab, answering fans' top 10 questions. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. If you'd like to check out that video in its entirety, which I'd recommend that you do, we've got a link to it down below. This here is merely going to be a recap because that's what we do. We report on news, Ghostbusters news. Also, after watching, be sure to comment down below and let us know what you think of this Ghost Trap and PKE meter and how they're shaping up. Alright, so the first thing touched on were batteries, getting confirmation that the PKE meter requires 3 placed in the handle, while the Ghost Trap uses 4 AA's, being well hidden within the removable cartridge. And that's pretty cool because that means when the trap cartridge is inside the shell, it's going to hide it, making the toy feel a little bit more real, more like the actual prop. Ghost Trap functionality was up next, and it was stressed that despite the trap's appearance, it's still very much a toy, so do not stomp on the pedal. You stomp on the pedal, you're gonna have a bad time. A trap sequence was shown featuring a few familiar sounding ghostly grunts and groans. In fact, here it is. Also touched on is the pointer side knob. It will serve as the Spectre selector made up of 7 different sound effects. This will include 6 specific and 1 randomized, and again here it is in action. And a really cool feature here is some of the sounds will differ depending on if you have the red or silver iron rods attached. In keeping with sound effects, it was confirmed that what can be heard was for the most part provided by Sony and GhostCore, ensuring that they're genuine. That said, some sounds were created by Hasbro but fully approved by the appropriate licensing partners. Hasbro is also said to have listened to fans, updating the internal electronics by correcting lights and animation sequences for both toy props. And this right here, this looks pretty cool. The packaging, it was teased appearing similar to past Plasma Series prop replicas, being designed to fit in universe with the Ghostbusters franchise. While this is not finalized, I do love the inclusion here of this quirky note left by Secretary Janine Melnitz. Shifting our focus over to the PKE, it does boast 3 different animation sequences, 2 for when in regular mode and 1 for taser, with each featuring 5 distinct speeds depending on the volume and wing position. When in taser mode, the wings are said to be durable, while the EMF detection works exactly as envisioned. In fact, here is that EMF detection mode in action, which is selectable from the bottom of the handle. They also added that fans and cosplayers will have the option of either activating the wings manually or instead scripted sequences which replicate scenes from the films. Oh yeah, and because these are considered toys and not props, Hasbro, they were required to implement a time-off feature after 5 full minutes of inactivity. To reactivate either, simply press any button. Still on target to ship this fall for Hasbro's updated demonstration on the Ghostbusters Plasma Series 2 in the box Ghost Trap and PKE Meter HasLab. Again, that full video, it is down below in the description. With that said, that's all I've got for you for this one. As always, subscribe. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters news, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is also down below, and we'll see you right back here next time.
Your spine, your senses don't deceive you. Call up the guys who are ready to believe you. The number's 555-2368. But before you call, let's get something straight. What do you do when the ghosts have been busted? Is it the source universally trusted? If you got a case of Ghostbusting blues, the cure for sure is Ghostbusters rules. Jason's the guy who's doing the heavy lifting.